Hi guys, this is 6-2B and we're solving systems using substitution. Real fast, my daughter Kenzie wants to say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so we're gonna do 6-2B, which is really not a new concept, but it is taking what we did in our last class, 6-2A, and applying it more to word problems. So this first one says a snack bar sells 2 sizes of snack packs. A large snack pack is $5 and a small snack pack is $3. In one day, the snack bar sold 60 snack packs for a total of $220. How many snack packs did the snack bar, how many small snack packs did the snack bar sell? So we'll find small and large just so that you're understanding. But here's what you need to make sure of, okay? If they give you like, we sold a total of this many, first of all, you want to assign variables. So I'm going to say a cursive L is a large snack pack, and I'm going to call S a small snack pack, okay? So those will be our variables for each thing. L is for large, S is for small. When they're telling you, sorry, that's my dog shaking. When they're telling you that you have a total number of snack packs, think about that. You have large and small, but they're all either large or small. So we're saying large snack packs plus small snack packs should equal the total number of snack packs. So it's going to equal 60 total snack packs, okay? So the two different sizes added together should equal the total number of snack packs. The other part is the money part of it, and that's what I want you to pay attention to. The money always stays together, okay? So what we're gonna say is $5 per large snack pack, right? So 5 times however many large there are, plus $3 for each small snack pack should equal a total number of money, a total amount of money, and that's the $220. Okay, so that's your setup. And in my opinion, that's the hardest part of this problem, is figuring out what are your two equations that create your system. So I would say, here's my system, okay, my two equations, and now we are going to solve by substitution. So what I would do here, and this is not the only way, but what I would probably do is, because they're asking you how many small snack packs there are, we want to be able to solve for our S's. So we're actually going to start by solving for this first L by taking away an S from both sides. Okay, so if I take away that S, I'm left with L equals 60 minus S. Okay, the reason I did that is that now I can take 60 minus S and I can substitute it for this L in the other equation. Okay, so this is just substitution again. Let me show you what that'll look like. So I'm substituting into this equation. Okay, so it's going to be 5 times my L, which is 60 minus S, plus the 3S equals 220. Okay, so now we just have S's, which is lovely. So 5 times 60, that's 300. 5 times S, so minus 5S, that's a 5, sorry, plus 3S equals 220. Okay, so now let's simplify a little bit. Negative 5S plus 3S, I'm going to come up here. Negative 5 plus 3 is a negative 2S. And then we're going to move this 300 over to the other side. Okay, so you're going to go 220 minus 300, and you get a negative 80. Okay, so you can just plug that into your calculator. Now to solve that, we're going to divide by a negative 2, and you get S equals 40. Okay, the question was, how many small snack packs did they sell? Well, S was our small, and that is 40. So they sold 40 small snack packs. Okay, but now here's the thing. Let's say you accidentally solved for L first. That's fine. We said at the beginning that L plus S equals 60, right? The large plus the small is equal to 60. So if you solved for L, you could plug L in and then solve for S in that equation, just like we were doing yesterday or 2 days ago with the substitution we were doing with X and Y, okay? So if I wanted to figure out how many large I have right now, I could plug this in. Large plus 40 equals 60. So take away 40, and your large number would be 20 snack packs, okay? So that is one example of a word problem doing a system with substitution. I'm going to do one more of those and then a couple other types of problems with this. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just sit here for a minute and I'm going to have you try to set this up first. So it says this: you paid $22 to rent 6 video games. Okay. $22 for 6 video games. The store charges dollars, right? With dollars. So we're going to keep pink together. $4 for new games, $2 for old games. How many new games did you rent? Okay, so think about what are your variables. I will figure that out with you first. So we're talking new games, so I'm going to call that N. And older games, I'm going to call that O. If you want to call it something else, call it, you know, we'll call it X, just because I don't want you to think that an O is actually a 0, okay? So this is your setup. You have N's, you have X's, or if you want to call them O's, that's fine. See if you can set up a system, 2 equations right now. Talk to a neighbor if you need help, or if you just want to bounce some ideas off of them. See what you can do in the next minute, okay? We'll see if you can set it up in the next minute. Okay, you may or may not be done with that. Come back to me if you are or aren't, and we'll talk through this together. So I know that the total number of video games that we rented was 6. Okay, so that means new games plus old games is 6. Okay, that's the total number of them. No dollars, right? There are no dollar signs attached to any of that. But then the money part of it, it's $4 per new game. So $4 per new game plus $2 per old game. And I pay a total of $22. So all the dollars stick together. Okay, that's my green equation. So now they're asking us, how many new games did you rent? Well, in order to get my N's as the only thing, I'm actually going to solve for this X in that first equation. Okay, so we're going to isolate this X. We're going to subtract N from both sides. So I get X equals 6 minus N. I'm going to take that 6 minus N and I'm going to substitute it right here. Okay, so it's going to be, I'm just going to rewrite this green equation. 4 times N plus 2 times, and now drop in what X equals, right? That's more substitution. 6 minus N equal to 22. Okay, so I'm going to distribute that. Now I have 4n plus 12 minus 2n equals 22. And now we'll simplify again. 4n minus 2n is 2n plus 12 equals 22. Take away the 12. So 2n equals 10, and then divide by 2. So n equals 5. Okay, so the question was, how many new games did you rent? And that was our n. So 5 new games. Tell your neighbor what that means for how many old games. Did you tell them 1? If we said a total of 6 games, new plus old equals 6, right? That's this maroon box here. So 5 plus however many old games would have to equal 6. So take away that 5. That means 1 old game. Oops. Okay, which they didn't ask us for, but I'm just showing you how you would get there. Okay, so this is, more substitution. This last part should be pretty straightforward for you because you did it already the other day, but now in terms of, we did this with graphing, right? Infinitely many with a graph was you have a graph and one line is here and the other line is that exact same line. There are infinitely many solutions versus if I have a graph and one line is here and the other line is here and they're parallel, then we have no solution. Okay. The same is true when dealing with substitution and what we do later on with elimination. So let me show you how this works. Number 7 says, how many solutions does each system have? So what you're going to do is you're going to substitute. I know, let me get a red here. I know what x equals. X is equal to this expression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the x and I'm going to put in that expression. So it's going to be 3.5 times negative 2y plus 4. Okay, and then I just finish out this equation. Plus 7y equals 14. Okay, now I distribute. So this is going to be a negative 7y plus, that's 14, 3.5 times 4, plus 7y equals 14. And look what happens here. Negative 7y plus 7y is 0. So what I'm left with is 14 equals 14. And I think you can probably tell me there. That is a true equation with no variable. When the variable goes away and you have a true equation, that is infinitely many solutions. Okay, so that's one scenario. If you don't end up with x equals some number, okay, like we did here, this was just a number equals a number. It's either infinitely many solutions or it is no solutions. This one's infinitely many. Okay, take a look at this one. I know y is equal to 3x minus 11. So I can take out the y in the other problem and put in 3x minus 11. So I can say 3x minus 11 and then finish off the equation. Minus 3x equals negative 13. Okay, take a look at what happens. 3x minus 3x is 0. So I'm left with negative 11 equals negative 13, which is not true, right? If that's a false equation, then we say there is no solution. All right. So that's your first lesson. You'll have a little bit of time maybe to work on that for right now. There is a PDF that I put, remember Katie made the PDF. I put them together as one PDF since you're just doing one thing. So if you click on the PDF in Canvas for these 2 lessons, you'll see part of it is 6.2b and part of it is 6.3a. You can just do it all on that one PDF and submit it. But if you want to get started on the 6.2 part for a few minutes, just for a little breather, you can do that. And then you'll watch the next video in a little bit.